This is my third video in the series of the chakras. We will be discussing the Sacral Chakra or Swadhisthana Chakra. If you have missed the first two videos, make sure you go back and check them out. The sacral chakra is located at the lower belly or on the sacrum, the lower part of the back. So if this chakra is speaking to you, you'll feel some sensations here. Now, remember, we want to get really good at self-inquiry in practices like meditation or self-reflection, or just getting quiet, hanging out with yourself for a moment, listening to your body. The body will speak to you, and it will speak subtly at first. If we don't listen, it's going to speak louder. Eventually, it will speak in terms of physical pain, perhaps chronic pain, or even chronic illness. So our best bet is to be constantly listening for the subtle messages of the body so that when we hear them, we can do our spiritual work to address it from the inside out. Now, the lower belly, the sacrum, this is where the messages for the second chakra or the Swadhisthana Chakra will arise. We can also feel or experience messages from this chakra in terms of our sexual organs, our lower back, any sacrum problems, lower back pain. That's what we'll feel when this chakra needs attention. Now, emotionally, psychologically speaking, this chakra represents our emotions. It's thought to be the actual origin of all of our emotions. So when we have an emotional reaction to something, it's coming from our second chakra. This is a deeply unconscious place. And that doesn't mean that we're knocked out and we don't know anything about it. It means from the depths of our psyche. Largely, our emotional reactions are codified and crafted in childhood. As we start to relate to others as young people, we learn that certain reactions produce certain results, which can cause certain emotions, and oftentimes those things get patterned into our everyday life, our habits, the way we interact with others, and they manifest themselves even as we are adults. So this is an excellent opportunity for us to do some inner work around this. And nothing brings up emotions like our intimate partnerships. So the type of relationship we navigate with the sacral chakra is our intimate partnerships in whatever form they might take. Nobody like our intimate partners is going to create deep, strong emotional reactions on both the positive scale as well as the negative scale. And we can often be flooded with triggering events just because our intimate partner did something small, like leave the towels on the floor or leave the bed unmade. This is not an incident to cause a tremendous emotional reaction, but because it's them doing it, because it has some sort of relationship to something we learned early on, it can create a big to-do. I know you know what I'm talking about. We've all been through it. So our work isn't to blame the other person or find the right intimate partner. As spiritual practitioners, our work is always on the inside. And what we're looking to do is to free ourselves from, the best word I can think of is the tyranny sometimes that our emotions will put us through because we let them perpetuate over and over. Here's a fun fact. Emotions in their natural state only last between 60 and 90 seconds. That's it. If we are open to an emotional experience, if we allow it to wash over us, if we experience it fully, it will be complete in about 60 to 90 seconds. The reason any emotion lasts longer than that is because we consistently relive whatever the incident is over and over in our mind. We tell ourselves the story. We create an entire argument with our intimate partner around whatever this is. We put ourselves through the emotional trauma over and over. Your brain does not know the difference between a real and an imagined experience. So as our mental chatter continuously puts us through whatever the emotional turmoil is, that's how and why emotions last for any bigger length of time. Fascinating. So what I'm not doing here is trying to demonize emotions in any way. Have them. We're human. It's part of who we are. We want to experience all the range of emotions. And trust me, we do not want to repress them. That leads to a whole other can of worms. So to have the emotion, to allow it to wash over us, to experience it fully, there's no better place to experience this than with an intimate partner. So hopefully this intimate partner has watched this video too and is ready for these emotional experiences and then ready to allow them to pass and move on with more clarity, openness, receptiveness, and that's ultimately how we might heal whatever is yearning to be healed within the second chakra. I also highly recommend hip openers as a way, again, physically to speak back to the psyche. Having open hips says that you're emotionally available for whatever it is that life has to throw at you. So work on the hip openers in your asana practice, and in your meditation practice, one of my favorite simple mantras for the second chakra is simply, I am enough. I am enough. I don't need to be anything else. I don't need to grasp for anything. I don't need to try to change anything. I am enough. So just rest with that mantra in your meditation practice. Hang out with your emotions as they arise, and stay tuned for our next video where we'll talk about the solar plexus chakra, the Manipura chakra. That's next in our series, and I look forward to seeing you then.